That damn Rana has haunted me for years. Not anymore, thanks to you. The only reason I was in that position to begin with is because of one man, The Rock.
And here comes The Rock, the People's Champ!
He stole my title. Elimination Chamber, I was looking for revenge. Unfortunately, because of some typical Rock scheming behind the scenes, I walked away empty-handed.
We got a new champion! We got a new champion! But we don't have an official. Come on, 1, 2, 3, come on!
We need to change that. And it's going to take most of the skills you've shown so far to get here to overcome a full-on conspiracy, but I know you got what it takes. Slingshot, take us to Elimination Chamber 2013.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Let us remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that CM Punk is not the WWE Champion this past month. The title from The Rock. CM Punk cannot get over the fact that he's no longer champion. Listen, he had a great run.
Come on, Colt, great run? It was a legendary run.
But that doesn't give Punk any right to walk out here with the
advocate. In Punk's mind, the WWE Championship was stolen from him, and he's merely reclaiming possession.
Somebody explain to me why, as Punk says, Rock winning was grand larceny. Explain to me how The Rock stole the WWE Championship.
Well, according to Punk's line of thinking, Punk had Rock beat at the Royal Rumble. Then the match was restarted, only for Punk to lose in said restart.
Restarted after the Shield got involved, which was against the rules that were laid out.
Due in large part to your snitching, I might add. And you know what they say about snitches? Nobody saw anything, yet Punk wasn't taken for his word in that crucial moment. I'd call that explanation enough. One of the greatest champions of all time.
Whatever.
Whatever?
Argument for being the champ actually is legitimate. The People's Champion, the real WWE Champion, The Rock.
The most electrifying man in all of entertainment.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at
Punk jaw-jacking with the official about handling his... And here we go, an electric big fight feel on the air tide in New Orleans. The Rock defending his WWE Championship against CM Punk, who's... Uh-oh! Oh, Rock answers back. Rock defeated Punk for the WWE Championship back in the Royal Rumble. Now these men are in a high-pressure situation. Remember, the winner of this match is going to main event WrestleMania as the WWE Champion against John Cena. That is what this is all about.
And out of all the memorable moments The Rock has had, he called that title win, quote, the greatest moment of my career.
But you gotta understand, The Rock has sold $1 billion in box office sales, and he came back here not because he needs the money, but because he loves this business.
The Rock tonight wants to serve CM Punk a big piece of humble pie. And CM Punk is looking to put knees to faces en route to the WWE Championship.
Oh, that's gonna sting your back. Ooh, that's gonna echo in your ear for a bit.
And Paul Heyman ringside, you just know the wheels are turning in his devious brain.
Hey, now, Paul Heyman is a brilliant manager. You could like him, you could dislike him, it doesn't matter. His success speaks for itself.
Well, Punk's been Heyman's meal. Face first. Set. And the ref providing a bit of safety here.
risk, but an even bigger reward.
He gets back into the ring.
Spin kick to the midsection.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Yeah, Punk's really doing everything he can right now to outmaneuver and outpace The Rock.
Uh-oh. Man, what timing on that counter. Right to the back. And he's going to the...
Wants to finish this.
From the top rope. Misses big time.
And The Rock gets warded off. Face first. Set up. The
Rock probing now, looking for an exit, and finds a way out. And he's procured some backup now. Fantastic managerial skills on his part.
Official removing that potential hazard in the ring. Tendons and ligaments in the leg can be easily damaged by that. Down with force.
And Punk clearly ready for a fight here.
Uh-oh. Well-placed punch, ugly, but a kick to the knee. La Maestro cradle, perfectly applied.
He forces a break before the count of 2.
This one is still anyone's game at this point. Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring. Drills his opponent with the bulldog.
And he turned it around. Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Float over neck breaker. Hip shot. Triangle armbar. Triangles in. Looking for a counter. And just like that, he manages to break the hold.
Taken head over heels.
And despite being the champion, Rock has lived this past week without the title in his possession.
Yeah, you even have Paul Heyman on the internet saying, quote, possession is 9/10 of the law, and that since CM Punk possessed the title, he was the champion.
Well, Heyman is typically a liar.
From the top. Cross body from the top. Someone knows that if they want to hold gold at the end of the night, they have to pull out all the stops.
Stalking from above.
From the top, double axe handle connects. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy. He's got him getting ready. He is looking to do some serious harm. What a counter into the back body drop.
Corey, do you sense any nerves coming from The Rock?
Yeah, just a little bit. And that's to be expected when you take long stretches between competing. But listen, there's a parallel here with the greatest boxer of all time. He, too, had a 10-year gap between championship reigns. So we could say The Rock is in good company.
Despite whatever butterflies are gathering, I don't think The Rock is ever one to question himself or his ability.
The Rock goes flying. And hold on, are we looking at the prelude?
Look out!
Suicide dive to get the upper hand.
Such a clash of top-tier talents. Both of these superstars believe they are the WWE champion, and...
Well, CM Punk isn't, Wade. Stealing the gold doesn't make you a champion.
Let me finish, Michael Cole. No need to get your britches in a bunch. Without a doubt, CM Punk has a champion's mentality. In his heart of hearts, he never lost the title.
Yeah, okay, whatever. And now he and Heyman have made it so there's no championship advantage for The Rock tonight. Disqualification or count out, he loses the title. Caught that and reversed it. And he's finally found an answer to this offensive storm.
And now's his chance to get back into this thing.
That gets reversed on CM Punk. And it remains important to remember, Punk's been a guy who had a 434-day reign as champion. up into the ring a ton over the past number of months, so CM Punk wants to take advantage of that.
That is such a good point. There is a callus that grows in a wrestler's body when they've been grinding day in and day out. Punk right now has a greater comfort with everything that can happen in the ring. But for The Rock, everything comes with a little extra sting, a little extra discomfort.
At last, The Rock keeping that string of offense in check.
Could be the tide turner The Rock desperately needed.
Picture perfect. It's demoralizing to see The Rock in trouble here.
And Punk just continuing to ensure The Rock is unable to electrify anyone. Or anything as this match continues.
Slides him back to the mat.
Being stalked, being measured, and clueless to it all.
Misses on the springboard.
Down hard. With a pin for the title. The challenger fending off the 2 count.
Somehow they still manage to have enough energy for a relatively quick kick out.
Sliding back in under the ropes here.
The Rock caught off guard here.
Uh-oh. The Rock with a great counter. Neckbreaker.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Oof.
Oh, my God, in the spine.
That'll make your legs go numb. Ooh, roundhouse connects.
Oh, trying to make that arm useless here. The Rock with the quick wherewithal.
Targets the gut to end the offense.
What's CM Punk going for here?
Absolutely disrespecting the champion with that. And you can practically taste them.
And now Punk unloading, realizes the opportunity to win the WWE title is there. Look at him with the official.
Distracted the official, and the official inadvertently blindsided, followed by GTS to The Rock.
Punk is going to Mania.
But there's no official, guys.
I mean, you could have counted to 20 already. CM Punk had this match won, but with the ref down, it simply doesn't count.
Heyman is beside himself, trying to get the official into the ring. He understands that Punk had the title won.
Well, CM Punk wasting no time to try and keep up this offense on The Rock. The Rock groggy, but fighting his way out of that second attempt with a spine buster.
Listen to this place erupt.
The people's elbow from The Rock. And now to retain his championship. And Punk's still in it.
Oh, second referee gets there. Just not quick enough for The Rock to secure victory. And the WWE Championship still hangs in the balance. Both competitors looking absolutely fried at this point. Who can dig deeper? Oh, no.
Oh, the referee may have rolled his ankle underneath the body of Punk, and Punk down with a kick right to the face.
Huge roundhouse kick to the temple, and the second referee now looks down and perhaps out too.
Another official yet again.
CM Punk cannot believe what is going on in this matchup.
Oh, Paul Heyman handing Punk the title.
And Heyman gonna hand the Rock's championship to Punk.
Smart decision, trying to take advantage of the situation. The officials are down. Heyman has the Rock trapped.
Oh, Rock ducking out of the way just in time. Heyman almost got blasted, but the Rock pumped down with the goal to the skull.
CM Punk just tattooed the Rock with his own championship. This has got to be the end.
There is no low CM Punk won't stoop to.
Oh, yeah, from the top.
Elbow.
Here we go. Cover.
Two.
And a kick out at two.
And the Rock kicks out.
Escape, but staying alive for the moment here.
I want to win the match. Move I barely do.
Place it in the corner.
Counter after counter.
Oh, wow.
Neither superstar getting the clear advantage.
Oh.
Punk pounded away. Now he's going to go up to the top rope.
Wait, what's Punk going for?
Punk got planned here.
Punk looking to go for broke. Underhooks both arms. Here we go from the very top turnbuckle.
Pepsi plunge.
This may be the challenger's moment.
Beautiful transition.
One,
And now the
two. And CM Punk wins back the WWE title.
Punk just beat The Rock for the WWE Championship.
The winner of this match and the new WWE Champion.
Holy shit. CM Punk wins back his title.
And honestly, the fact that Punk just beat The Rock here.
And find that other referee for being knocked out.
Humble or gracious about the fact that he won here.
A long time ago, CM Punk was forced to make a choice between hypocritical humility and honest arrogance. He chose honest arrogance, and once again, standing tall with his precious WWE Championship.
I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better. Beating The Rock and regaining the WWE title just feels right, doesn't it? Unfortunately, there's still one more stop on the 2013 Redemption Tour. After my WrestleMania 29 loss to The Undertaker, I took a few months off the heel. Paul Heyman saw this as something vindictive. He took my absence as betrayal, and before I knew it, I was being attacked by his old pal, Brock Lesnar. Brock got involved in business that wasn't his, and I knew a match with no disqualifications was my best shot to even the odds. I would have walked away with the win, but I couldn't resist getting my hands on Heyman, which gave Brock the opening he needed.
Brock Lesnar has beaten CM Punk.
It was a brutal encounter, but if you keep your eye on the prize, you'll avoid taking a trip to Suplex City. Dish out some punishment to Paul if you get the chance, but walking out of SummerSlam 2013 with the win is the main goal. Don't make the same mistake I did.
The Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar, ready to face down Punk.
Bana coming to the ring by Paul Heyman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
Flanked by his devious representative, Paul Heyman, the Beast incarnate is a three-time WWE champion, a 2000 college champion, a former MMA champion. We talked about this earlier tonight, Corey. You believe no disqualification will firmly favor Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar defeated one of the greatest MMA stars of all time in the octagon. He defeated one of the biggest sports entertainment stars of all time, Triple H, inside a steel cage. So yeah, I believe no holds barred favors the Beast.
Heyman staring intently at his moneymaker. Remember, Heyman tossed Punk to the curb when CM...
Gentlemen, it is time.
Yeah, but whose time is it, Wade?
Well, we're about to find out because this is one of the most highly anticipated matches that I can remember in the history of WWE.
This is one of those matches, guys, where you're just proud to be here to watch it.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
You know, CM Punk, when you see him in the locker room, he's always that... It's the best versus the beast. CM Punk taking on Brock Lesnar. This is a matchup fueled by passion, ego, jealousy, and betrayal.
It all started with Paul Heyman's backstabbing betrayal of Punk to align himself with Brock Lesnar. Now Punk wants vengeance. He wants justice to prove CM Punk is still the best in the world, even without Heyman by his side.
But without him, Heyman says Punk is nothing. Then he leveled up by moving on to Brock Lesnar. Heyman and Lesnar are on to bigger and better things after putting his CM Punk business to rest here at SummerSlam.
High rent district for CM Punk.
Wants to finish this. Incoming.
Oh, crash and burn.
Took things to the high rent district, but the price ended up being way too steep.
Size, weight, MMA expertise. What advantage doesn't Brock Lesnar have over CM Punk?
Oh, please don't tell Brock I said this, but wit and guile. Punk can be tricky. He can be elusive. He needs to outsmart Brock and keep the beast guessing all match long. Holy, meet the barricade.
Able to slip out of that situation.
Something to note tonight, Brock Lesnar is dominant but beatable. He lost his return match after a decade away to John Cena. He lost to Triple H at WrestleMania earlier this year.
Well, not to disparage the game, but Triple H only won one of 3 matches against Brock over the last year. And as for Cena, you can bet that Lesnar is laser focused on getting revenge sooner rather than later.
And if Brock Lesnar looks...
Stopping all that nonsense right now.
And followed by a bulldog headlock.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
At the moment, Brock has no answer for Punk's raw determination.
Just ejected from the ring. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Corey, I know earlier tonight you said a no DQ environment favors the beast. But I think this stipulation may just be the saving grace for CM Punk this evening. If Punk can grab a hold of something at ringside, it can be an equalizer.
I will concede that if Punk can somehow keep Brock from using weapons while wielding one of his own, he will have the advantage. But consider this. Brock Lesnar now has illegal holds at his disposal. Brock Lesnar can now use his inhuman strength to swing a steel chair at CM Punk. Flying. Good Lord. Taking flight.
That had to have hurt just as much as it hurt your opponent.
No one comes out unscathed with a high-risk move like that. We might need to consider relocating soon.
Yeah, this fight's getting closer and closer to our table.
Oh, using the table to cause some serious damage. Lesnar caught by surprise.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Double underhook backbreaker. Not a position the Beast Incarnate is used to. The damage starting to pile up, courtesy of CM Punk.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
A razor-sharp chop there.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
Knee.
And he's leaving the ring for the moment. No telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
And now that he's got that steel chair, watch out.
Swinging that damn steel chair without a care. Nice takedown. Stack them up. Reverses the pin. Shoulders down.
What's it going to take? It'll take more than that to hold him down.
And the momentum's clearly against Brock now.
Somehow, Punk has Brock Lesnar on the back foot here.
Using the chair with no caution at all.
Good reflexes there.
Got it locked in. Kimura lock.
Perfectly executed submission hold. Locked in deep.
Will we see a tap out?
He doesn't have much time before his arm snaps. Great job fighting out.
Beautiful. Neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
And guys, Punk might have this. He's got victory in his sights with Brock in this condition.
Good Lord, brutally swinging that steel chair.
And CM Punk is in control.
Ron must give credit. Catching Brock like this is an incredible challenge. Axe handle finds the mark.
Brock headed ringside one more time. Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Oh, God, right to the cranium.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Bad position for Punk. Suplex.
This is not where you want to be against Brock Lesnar. Punk has to stop this onslaught, and fast.
Counter by from way up. Diving double axe handle. And another climb. He's making his
From the top.
Thunderous splash connects.
taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Oh, a boot to the back.
I wasn't sure Punk could keep up with Lesnar's hits, but here we are.
Two aggressive stars, so well matched, not in terms of physicality, but mentality.
We're going to have to try to fight out of this. Body shots connecting.
Right to the kidneys from behind. Cinching in the arm wringer, but
The pump in the...
oh no, Brock's got the Kimura. CM Punk on the verge of submitting. This is...
And there you have it. It's all over.
The winner of this match, Brock Lesnar!
What an incredible fight. But in the end, it's Brock Lesnar who came out on top. The Beast has defeated the best.
Without Heyman by his side, tilting...
It's the best versus the Beast. CM Punk taking on Brock Lesnar. This is a matchup fueled by passion, ego, jealousy, and betrayal.
It all started with Paul Heyman's backstabbing betrayal of Punk to align himself with Brock Lesnar. Now Punk wants vengeance. He wants justice to prove CM Punk is still the best in the world, even without Heyman by his side.
But without him, Heyman says Punk is nothing, that he leveled up by moving on to Brock Lesnar. Heyman and Lesnar are on to bigger and better things after putting his CM Punk business to rest here at SummerSlam.
Inciting words from Paul Heyman of CM Punk recently, quote, "Here's the harshest truth of them all. I betrayed you because without Paul Heyman, CM Punk is not the best in the world."
Well, the paradox here is that I firmly believe when Punk and Heyman are aligned, CM Punk is indeed the best in the world. But right now, that title belongs to Brock Lesnar. And you know what gives him that slight edge? Having the greatest mind in sports entertainment.
From the sky!
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Like a heat-seeking missile right on target.
And just as destructive.
Impressive start for CM Punk, starting to chip away at Brock Lesnar.
Clearly had a strategy going on there with the attention on the leg.
Lesnar quick to counter.
Corey, I know earlier tonight you said a no DQ environment favors the Beast, but I think this stipulation may just be the saving grace for CM Punk this evening. If Punk can grab a hold of something at ringside, it can be an equalizer.
I will concede that if Punk can somehow keep Brock from using weapons while wielding one of his own, he will have the advantage. But consider this. Brock Lesnar now has illegal holds at his disposal. Brock Lesnar can now use his inhuman strength to swing a steel chair at CM Punk or throw Punk through a table. There's nothing more frightening to me than the idea of Brock Lesnar having no limits to his brutality.
Gets out of the ring. What's going to happen now? Something to note tonight, Brock Lesnar is dominant but beatable. He lost his return match after a decade away to John Cena. He lost to Triple H at WrestleMania earlier this year.
Well, not to disparage the game, but Triple H only won one of 3 matches against Brock over the last year. And as for Cena, you can bet that Lesnar is laser focused on getting revenge sooner rather than later.
And Punk gets countered there. And now thrown back into the ring.
Brock Lesnar turning up the intimidation factor.
And what's this manager looking for under the ring? He has no business down there. Right when it was needed.
Arm wringer. Ooh, eats a big right.
He counters with a great reversal. He's locked up here.
Driver. And a human being can only be spiked like that so many times before they're ultimately down for the count. One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch.
Oh, look at cover here. Is it enough? Stops the count before it, too.
Showing that resilience, not...
Can he do it? And he breaks the count quickly.
He's nowhere near ready to stop fighting yet.
He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
Looks like he's opting for old-face steel chair.
This could be it. The pin. And the referee stops the count before 2.
That may have been an easy kick out, but they'll surely get home.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Headed out of the ring now.
And guys, Punk might have this. He's got victory in his sights with Brock in this condition. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Arm wringer applied into the top wrist lock. Full control now.
Trying to desperately fight that way out, and the hold is broken.
My God! Did you hear that chair shot?
Oh my gosh, what impact! So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal. I wasn't sure Punk could keep up with Lesnar's hits, but here we are.
2 aggressive starts. So well.
From way up, double axe handle. And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
At the moment, Brock has incoming. Oh, that's it. What a splash.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
Backs.
Uh-oh. Fights back and drops him with a bulldog. Triangle armbar. Triangle armbar submission.
Lesnar looking for any opportunity to break this hold. And it looks like one has been found. Punk avoids the attack.
Brock here now, not used to being without the momentum.
Somehow, Punk has Brock Lesnar on.
Oh, look out. It's on now.
Oh.
The fight is on, and it's furious. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor
This bloodthirsty crowd is loving it.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. Strong kick.
Reversed with a swift knee to the...
Oh, that's going to leave a mark.
And remember, guys, this is a no disqualification match. Punk looking to put it away with a GTS to Lesnar. Lesnar's down. Cover by Punk. And Heyman now gets involved. Remember, no disqualification.
Well, Heyman's already betrayed Punk once recently. Now he does it again, breaking up a sure victory for CM Punk. And now Punk has lost the plot.
Heyman looks like he's about to soil himself. It's about self-preservation for Heyman.
Self-preservation is easy when you have the Beast incarnate backing you up.
Went to the F5, but what a counter by Punk into a DDT. Cover now for the win over Lesnar and a kick out.
Late kick out, and Paul Heyman can't believe it, but now straight into the Anaconda Vice grip.
Punk squeezing with all of his might, trying to put down the Beast. And Heyman again.
Well, just when it looked like a tap-out was imminent from Brock Lesnar, Heyman involved in proceedings and gets peppered with a shot from CM Punk.
And Punk now finally taking his frustrations out on Heyman with the Anaconda Vice in front of the chair.
Well, Paul Heyman paying dividends right there for Brock Lesnar. The distraction enough to give the Beast the impetus to take control once again with that chair.
Not done yet.
Lesnar won't be done until Punk is completely destroyed.
And it looks like that moment is imminent, Corey.
Punk up on Lesnar's shoulders. Brock Lesnar marching around the ring. Oh, it delivers an F5 out of the chair. And this is just the worst position Punk can be in.
Well, it just goes to show you never turn your back on the Beast incarnate.
Heyman once again proving his value, making an ultimate sacrifice for his client.
He wants this fight on the outside.
Time to back up as the announce desk gets cleared off.
Headed back into the ring. Strong counter from Punk. Good night.
He saw that one coming.
So effective.
This is not where you want to be against Brock Lesnar. Punk has to stop this onslaught, and fast. Somehow.
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with his hold.
Cinching up their opponent into a coquina clutch.
Wait, hold on. Look at this. And he's found a way out of the hold.
Kneecap goes right into the face to halt the attack. Ringing the arm. Looking now for a top wrist block.
Looking to get the hell out of that.
Stomping down.
The ferocity we have witnessed here tonight. The determination. Punk and Lesnar.
Landing on the chair hard.
Absolutely impaled on that chair.
Ooh, down low and down he goes.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee. Go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk?
Into the pinfall for the victory. He manages to kick out. What strength.
Just inhuman tenacity on display from Brock Lesnar. He was basically operating on natural instinct with that kick out.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count. Wasting no time. Into the cover. Stopping the ref's count at 2.
After everything we've seen tonight, he must be using the reserve tanks. What's it going to take to end? Uh-oh. Great wherewithal to dodge there. Punk sidesteps out of that.
Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world.
This has been an absolutely career-defining match for these competitors. From the top rope, bullseye with the elbow.
Now with the cover.
That's gotta be it.
Brock's done. CM Punk overcame the Beast, and Paul Heyman schemes.
The winner of this match, CM Punk!
What a moment for CM Punk, proving the doubters, proving Paul Heyman wrong. On his own, with no one backing him up, CM Punk is still the best in the world.
Not even a beast can stand in his way. Defeating Lesnar, showing up Heyman. This is the ultimate moment of vindication for CM Punk. Enjoy it, Punk.
When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table.
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night. Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the only place it could have ended between these two. Drew has vowed to destroy the man who taught him how to hate. From the top, double axe handle connects.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Got a wrench. Looking to tune someone up.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow. Because for Punk, There may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
You're absolutely right.
McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural, but you are nothing but a man.
Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
With the amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other, I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of these men give up.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do this same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk McIntyre managed to get.
Perhaps looking for some kind of equalizer here.
Looking to adjust some features on their opponent with that wrench.
Waist lock. Able to counter. Look at fighting out.
Pop, 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 right to the jaw. This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure. McIntyre reverses and looks to capitalize.
Ducks out of harm's way.
Man, well-placed calf kick.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's paying for it now. Oh, smacked with the wrench. Drew anticipated that one.
Into a neck breaker. Now down into the cover. Kick out at one.
He's still fighting to keep in this thing.
Oh, deadlift.
Sit out powerbomb.
Like a boxer with a speed bag. Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Oof. Fully adding insult to injury there.
The disrespect can be tasted in their mouth.
Gets lifted into position. What a throw. I don't think people realize the amount of strength it takes to hurl someone like that. McIntyre gets flung to the outside. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Reversal. And that turns things around. Uncorks it. Uppercut. CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Drew McIntyre is absolutely ruthless right now in his assault on CM Punk.
What on earth? His body just broke through the cell wall.
It is hard to comprehend how much force it would take to throw him through a cell wall.
Momentum going back to Punk's corner.
But Punk has to push now while the window's open.
Clinging to the side of the cell as he makes his way up.
Climbing the cell wall, and the whole WWE Universe is on edge now.
They're duking it out on the side of the cell. Absolutely not the place you want to be right now.
In, out, around, on top of the cell. It's all hell, Cole.
Still bringing the fight outside the cell.
Hell obviously rages on. He's made it to the top of the cell, a place that historically is the last place you want to be in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, strangely enough, he'd be safer back inside the cell at this point.
The only good thing to ever come out of reaching the top of that cell is a superb view.
A view that I imagine looks a heck of a lot worse on the swift way down.
Standing on top of the cell, looking out out over the entire WWE Universe.
I wonder if he's starting to regret making that climb.
Oh my goodness, not from up there, are you gonna be kidding me? This is out of control.
There is no way anyone could have survived that fall. We might as well end this one.
Oh my goodness, what a double-handed chop.
CM Punk hoists his opponent, nails the GTS. The lights are dimming for McIntyre.
He's heading back to the ring. CM Punk,
and he's able to avoid that offense.
Jumping neck breaker, ouch.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Does McIntyre cap this off?
Here's the pin. Oh my God.
How do you even do that? Kicking out at one after a move like that?
And you know McIntyre loves a challenge, but he better not let his opponent hang around for too long. Now into the cover. Will McIntyre be able to recover?
And he's seemingly determined to inflict even more punishment on his opponent. He might be going too far here. Hopefully, it does not cost him the match. Simple but effective technique to get out of there. Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark. Just an absolutely stiff blow to the head there.
And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
And now with him going for the table, we're just in straight-up appetite for destruction territory here. Looks like he's ready to knock things out of the park here.
Looking like a game of tit for tat now.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Oh, this exchange is whipping this capacity crowd into a frenzy. Barely anything left, but still slugging away.
Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
The go to sleep. GTS from Punk.
Drew is completely out of it.
Leaning the table in the corner. What's he going for here? Got out of the way of that one.
And you notice the black armband in the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black for respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre can do what Punk claimed. Did McIntyre summon the devil himself, or has Drew been successful in clouding Punk's headspace? Is Punk's psyche all over the place because he's clouded by rage? We all knew this wasn't going to be a five-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl.
Check out the springboard. Clothesline!
McIntyre a step ahead there.
And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
An eye for an eye, Punk would say. Just karma for McIntyre, who injured Punk, costing him an opportunity at WrestleMania.
Drew's own life has become second best in his heart. That is...
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. Sharpshooter applied. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Impressive awareness from him. Answer after answer for each other's offense here.
Spine buster! I think that's it. That must be it. McIntyre has finally broken CM Punk.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre!
Drew McIntyre finally finding his vindication at the end of this absolutely brutal and bloodthirsty trilogy.
Finally winning inside the cell. This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the only place it could have ended between these two. Drew has vowed to destroy the man who taught him how to hate. Punk knows in order to destroy the monster, he has to become a monster.
And here we go, returning to the ring.
Side slam. Nice. This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
From way up, double axe handle connects. Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
With the amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other, I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of these men give up.
He gets into the ring. What impact! Right in the kisser. McIntyre is getting dismantled.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's paying for it now.
Oh, right into a counter. Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
But you're absolutely right.
McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural, but you are nothing but a man.
He quickly slides into the ring.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk, McIntyre... Nicely done, managing to save themselves there.
Finds the mark. He's headed up high.
CM Punk! Oh, the high risk gave no reward there. will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure. Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
Big elbow. Bang. Goes for the kick, but it is caught. And
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Strong counter from Punk.
Sequence of reversals there.
Big impact off the neck breaker.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre. Here we go. Time to work out some aggression.
Turns it around.
Finds the advantage after a string of counters.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it. CM Punk looking dominant here. Oh my, here we go. Go to sleep. Will that sum this up for Punk?
CM Punk from the top rope.
Elbow drop from the top rope.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
On Punk now lifting.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense. We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl. Punk sidesteps out of that.
Able to capitalize on McIntyre's mistake. What a counter!
Bam! Mounting their...
Counter by CM Punk.
He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
Hooked up, and boom!
Able to steer clear of danger there.
Ooh, what a damaging blow.
Lights out, DDT connects.
CM Punk looking to end things here. Go to sleep. No way Drew's getting up now.
Bam! Just beat down with that wrench. McIntyre must be getting phased by this attack.
Yeah, Punk able to completely neutralize McIntyre here.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a guaranteed classic. A match we will be speaking about for years to come.
Tossing the cover for the win. Kicks out before the 2 count.
The wear and tear of this match only affected him slightly, it seems.
Ooh, and he stops that offense.
Follows it up with that running bulldog.
And he goes crashing to the outside. Referee becoming collateral damage.
Oh, and an official got too close to danger there.
The ref got a little too close to the action there.
Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
McIntyre returning to the ring.
Oh, stiff wrench shot. Letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous. And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre... About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. The legendary sharpshooter applies.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi. And textbook CM Punk.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Now a takedown into a small package, tightly hooked.
He breaks the ref's count before 2.
His resiliency on another level. This match on another level. I am truly at a loss for words here. We are witnessing 2 titans of the times right now.
There is that mythical feeling in the air in the arena.
Targeting a body part, working the arm. Mounting their... Uh-oh.
He finds a counter to McIntyre there.
Oh, no. Has him lined up for the kill shot.
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
Remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective. And all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh, my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away.
No! McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner,
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
ever seen him, this is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back. And that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds,
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA, he went to other companies, and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this. Tonight. What a counter by Rollins.
If Seth freaking Rollins wants to finally earn a high-profile victory over CM Punk, he's going to have to do everything in his power to resist Punk's mind games.
Well, I agree with that sentiment, Wade, but come on. Let's not pretend that Punk's immune to the psychological attacks the Architect is capable of.
Indeed, guys, Rollins and Punk are two masters at getting under the skin of their opponents. The big question is, who can execute on their plans first? CM Punk has been very public.
Hit hard and straight into the pin.
And skirts out of the pin.
No harm in seeing if you can finish him off quick there.
Punk dodges out in time.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor. Again, Punk is headed out of the ring. Driven into the barricade.
WWE Universe look out.
Things are getting very chaotic. Cuts the attack off.
You want to talk about dream matches? Even before the animosity started to boil between these two, CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins represented the best of their respective eras.
These men had some interactions, even some battles during Punk's previous run in WWE, but back then, Seth Rollins was only starting to gain notoriety as a member of the Shield.
Consider this, guys. When Punk left WWE, Seth Rollins had yet to capture a singles championship on the main roster. Now he's a Grand Slam champion in WWE, a four-time WWE champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and a Money in the Bank winner who cashed in the briefcase in the main event of WrestleMania.
Wow. When you lay out Seth's resume like that, he might have an even more decorated career than the man who calls himself the best in the world.
Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification. Boom!
Uh-oh!
Gets out of dodge.
Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
Sent straight into the barricade.
Into the unforgiving barricade.
Back to the ringside area he goes as the referee continues to count.
And he chooses to leave the ring.
Hey, WWE Universe, be prepared for some guests.
And going amongst the crowd now.
But remember, countouts are active in this match. Oh, God, that looked devastating.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole the bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. If Rollins can find something similar to set Punk off, it could give him the mental advantage tonight. This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent disparaging WWE.
And the tensions grew when Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam last year, counting the pinfall victory for Drew McIntyre over Punk.
Both men with ample reason to despise the other.
And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg.
They sing, I hit your move. They sing my song. All of this.
And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet...
Wait a minute! Oh, my goodness!
watching Seth Rollins with his own stomp and coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins. Frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out. I don't know if it's resiliency, I don't know if it's sheer instinct, but I do know that tonight, CM Punk will not allow Rollins to be the better man. Rollins lining up, misses the target.
And what's he going to take to end it? It might be this. Gone to sleep.
Now CM Punk needs to end this. From the top rope.
CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
Punk in the driver's seat now. He's got Rollins right where he wants him after that.
But a good old-fashioned punch to the mouth breaks it.
And Seth has to love this. Has to love seeing the pain starting to set in on the face of CM Punk.
Oh, Seth gets caught with a counter.
Neck breaker.
Here's the cover. Does he have it? And the count doesn't even begin.
You have got to be joking me. Not even a 1 count. How? Punk avoids the attack.
Calf kick on the money. Uh-oh.
Managing to evade a precarious position there.
Thanks for covering.
The heel is hot, and now it is being bent in directions it was never designed to go.
Stretching and tearing at all the ligaments in the leg. He connects with a counter.
Every maneuver being returned with counterfire. Putting him in the corner for something here.
Flatliner into the middle turnbuckle.
Rollins with a page out of Triple H's playbook.
Pedigree.
That patented high
Hit on CM Punk. Kicks out after 1.
He may be down, but somehow he's definitely not out at this point.
Caught the leg. Got him caught. Dragon screw.
The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect, Seth Rollins.
CM Punk looking to put his opponent away on his shoulders.
GTS! Seth has got to dig deep now.
There's 2. Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between 2 men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.